You may not know, I'm your girl, Nona-Kerry with the long hyphenated first name. And chillaxing on the abundance couch today, we have this super dope, amazing, gifted soul. She is a multifaceted talent in the entertainment industry, recognized as a singer, songwriter, actress, filmmaker, media personality, driven by real life experiences. She uses her creativity to inspire and connect with her audience. Through her music and films, she brings authenticity and depth to every project. Notably, she directed and executive produced her debut film Singing for Freedom, further solidifying her brand rooted in truth and resilience. In addition, she is a sought-after red carpet host, showcasing her versatility across multiple platforms. Whew. Without further ado, she done it all. And look, I had to condense her bio. Like, I will be here forever, and then I'll be like, all right, thanks for coming out. Like, Russell, thanks for coming out in the show. At any rate, let's welcome to the Abundance Couch. We have Michelle Francis, also known as Shelly Live, in the building. Hey. Finally on the Abundance Couch. It took your butt forever.
What?
Forever. You know why? Because you be out there singing everywhere. You be out there acting everywhere.
Trying to make the world receive.
And they receiving you. I was gonna say I was watching you, but I probably wasn't watching. Probably was more like stalking on the gram. I was like, you are something amazing. You know that? You're something amazing. So I know you sing. I'm not gonna let you get up. I don't know how long this show gonna last. But however long it lasts, y'all, y'all gotta hear her pipes. Your voice is amazing. Thank you are, and you're beautiful. Like you a whole star, right?
Thank you. I like this. I'm receiving this.
Look, stop! Don't quit. Look, wait, stop it! Don't stop! Don't stop! Keep going, quick, right? So where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Are you?
I am.
You know I'm from Tarrytown, New York. You didn't know that? Do you even know where Tarrytown is?
I have no idea.
Yeah, y'all get on my nerves, y'all New Yorkers. So I'm like, 25 minutes from the Bronx. I'm
really?
upstate New York, Westchester County. You never heard of Headless Horseman?
No, I didn't say
In
that.
Sleepy Hollow?
I was in and out.
Okay. So
boom, boom, gone.
Okay. So you
So
didn't
I'm
get
a
raised.
Floridian, and then we came here from Florida to Georgia, so I'm a peach.
Okay, me too. I'm a whole peach.
I'm a vibe.
Did you see all this? Look,
Yes, this is a peach.
A whole peach, but I'm probably more like what's them little peach looking things? Like a loquat, kumquat.
The little plum?
Yeah, something, but they look like little peaches. I'm almost a whole peach.
I'm representing
You a whole peach.
I'm the vibe.
You are the whole vibe. Like you should be on one of them little reality TV shows. I can see you.
You waiting for that.
But you waiting for the call?
I'm waiting for the door.
It's open. It's
the door.
there.
And
You gotta walk in.
It's like, I'm trying to walk in their purpose, baby. I am.
You already there. Your makeup, all that. Like you're a whole star, though. You look so gorgeous.
Thank y'all.
Yes, you look so gorgeous. So you grew up here or
I grew up
Florida?
Here.
Okay, you grew up here.
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. I came in when I was 8.
Okay, yeah.
So been in for a long time.
So how was your upbringing here in Atlanta?
So I had strict parents. My parents are West Indian.
Okay.
And then they're Jehovah's Witness.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're very strict.
Okay.
So we grew up with all this structure of the way things were supposed to be, the way things weren't supposed to be, and then you have rebellious Shelly Live, aka Michelle. So that is kind of how it was. But growing up was cool. My mom was real laid back. Dad played the guitar. That's where the singing came from. He would get us around together, sing folk songs, sing stuff. I was always somewhere singing something. And then right out of high school, I left and went to Hong Kong and sang over there for 6 months.
For 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get to Hong Kong? Who invited you there?
So On Another Level.
Okay.
There was this group called On Another Level at the time.
Okay.
And the guy that was managing them, they would have this thing where you would have all these different talents go to Hong Kong and sing over in Japan. But it was a 6-month gig. It's one girl, 6 guys.
Wow.
You stay in one apartment with all these dudes.
How was that?
That broke me. Like that's what took it out of me. Like that was a different type of ball game. Try you, they test you, and I was young. So it was like, and then, my dad was like, take care of my daughter. But now I'm all these miles away, but I wanted to sing. So I went up there, and I was making good money.
And they wanted
$2,000 a week at 16, singing every day in the Boss Club. Yeah. Sang in front of crowds that you can't even imagine. Just people, bosses, at a young age. So I learned how to grow up quick. Pretty girl on the scene. everybody want a piece of you. So it's all these different people. It's all these celebrities around me coming to the Sandcastle nightclub. It's everybody here, everybody doing what they're doing. And then kind of, when I started dating Domino at the time, life got different. Now I'm probably at this time 20, maybe 21, and he's 15 years older than me. So I had to learn the fast life again. I had to learn about the women. I had to learn about where he was coming from, who he was sleeping with on this day, you know, and I'm learning this at a young age. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, this is really happening. Like, this is my life. She got everything. Her dude has all this money. She don't want for nothing. Not wanting for nothing comes with price.
Yeah, buddy, talk about it.
To her, got a lot of hits, you know, that's for the movie Singing for Freedom was born. Just that whole impact that had on my life at that time. So yeah, it was rough, you know, being that girl, you know, and then you can't show the world. You never show the world like you're broken, you're sad, the women around you are bothering you. You make them see I'm a beast, I'm the boss. Everything, and here is all this trauma that I'm going through. But on the outskirts, everybody that was around me, I was just perfect little old shell. You know, she's good. She good. She got everything. She don't want for nothing. She can go in the store and buy whatever she want because I didn't want for anything. But
they're not knowing what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, you covering marks on your face and you're covering this and
talk about that because you didn't say that. So I'm thinking at this point in this story that you have all this money to do whatever you want, but he's messing with all these different women, and you get a little bit of time because he's busy. Because in order to make this money, he's going to be out there. But you say you covering the marks. Why are you covering the marks?
Because he was beating me bad. And what he would do, he would lock me in the house. The nights he wanted me to go to the club, he would let me out, and I would be able to go to the club. The nights that he didn't want me to go to the club, he locked the door from the inside. So I couldn't get outside if he locked it. And then I was in there. And you're talking about a man with a lot of power where anything that he wanted to go away would go away. If he hit me and he needed it to vanish, it vanished. Because you talking about paying people, moving. I've learned so much about pastors, cops, and in the time frame of just being in that bubble. Like, you know, I know many nights of sitting down and just want to take myself out of here and say, I'm tired, man.
I was going to ask you that. How'd you keep going?
Oh, it was a lot. You got cuts to show it. You know, Mark's been in hospitals, many, and just saying, and then when people see you, even now, people see you and they still don't say, she's been through a lot. I cried the other day about my mom. I don't have these moments. I try to be like, hey, this is the energy and this is what we're doing. So when people meet me, they're like, girl, you just a ball of energy. And I'm like, if you only knew, the energy has to come from somewhere all the time.
Did your mother know when you were going through this?
She did, and my mother tried to get me out a lot of times. But you know, when you stuck, and I was so afraid. I think I was so afraid of him.
They say though the hardest part, the scariest part too, is trying to leave.
There was no leaving him. You don't leave. You didn't leave.
Mm.
You know how I left? He got deported. The rage. I don't know what it was that day, but I got in that car. My girlfriend sitting on the side, and I'm going.
Today is it.
This is it for me. I'm done. And I stepped on that gas, and I'm flying. And everybody's. The club is packed. If you knew anything about the Sandcastle, it just be wall to wall. And I'm flying towards his Mercedes and just went slap in. Like, I didn't even care about if I died, but the steering wheel banged to my stomach and I lost my child. It hit it so hard to impact. And I was still so mad that even though I was bleeding, and he's like throwing things out, like he jumps out, he's like, you son of a, and he tries to get the accent, and he's throwing stuff at me out in the parking lot, and I'm bleeding in a white suit, and I was so mad that I didn't even realize that I had just lost my baby. Yeah, I still didn't leave. I still couldn't just say, get away from, because he always told me, if you ever try to leave me,
I'm a kid.
I'm gonna hurt you. So don't ever think about it, don't try it. This is what it is until I say I'm done with you. Now you imagine a man with all this power.
Yeah.
And then
you believe him.
Yeah. So I hid that from my mom. My mom and dad didn't know. I'd be like, oh no, he's fine, and he's okay, and it's not that bad, and you do a lot of that.
Yeah, you do. So my parents, I was in an abusive relationship for 8 years, and it was 10 total because even once he moved away, I still wanted to be intimate with him. I still wanted to be near him. So I still would go around. And for me, I felt like we stayed because he wasn't all bad. You know, there were some good things in the relationship. So for me, he drank. That's why you fought me. That's why you did those things. You bust my tooth. Yeah. Why you bust my forehead. Why I got this black eye today. It was only the alcohol, and I wasn't in an abusive relationship. Let me tell it.
Nona-Kerry, I didn't. You hit it on the head because that's really how you think. In your mind, let me tell y'all, you don't mentally think that this person is really hurting you. Because it spiraled me to have horrible relationships after that. When I finally got away from it, it was the same thing. I kept going back to abusive men. It's like it was a habit. It was like an addiction to, okay, if he ain't hitting me, he don't love me. If he ain't calling me out my name, he don't care. So I got used to that. It became familiar. And it's like reprogramming your head and saying, I don't want to do this anymore. But the mental abuse bothers you more.
It was the worst.
Because I started checking out. I became a junkie. I started popping perks, Xanax, and I was living, functioning, going to work, doing everything, but it took me out of my life. You know, so that whole little phase and my kids having to see me go through that, and then it took me like literally just one day getting up when I was at the worst. I'm talking about bone on bone small from just going in all kinds of wherever. I used to go to the doctor, make up any reason to get what I had to get me out of my own head, hearing whatever it's going, because trauma. I never healed from one. I just jumped to